love, you faint with wandering in the wood. And to speak troth, I have forgot our way. We'll rest us, Hermia, if you think it good, and tarry for the comfort of the day.
Be it so, Lysander. Find you out of bed. For I upon this bank will rest my head.
One turf shall serve as pillow for us both. One heart, one bed, two bosoms, and one troth.
Nay, good Lysander. For my sake, my dear, lie further off yet. Do not lie so near.
Oh. Take the sense, sweet, of my innocence. Huh? Love takes the meaning in love's conference. I mean that my heart unto yours is knit, so that but one heart we can make of it. Two bosoms interchained with an oath, so then two bosoms and a single troth. And by your side no bedroom me deny, for lying so, Hermia, I do not lie.
Lysander riddles very prettily. Now, much beshrew my manners and my pride, if Hermia meant to say Lysander lied. But, gentle friend, for love and courtesy, lie further off in human modesty. Such separation as may well be said becomes a virtuous bachelor and a maid. So far be distant. Good night, sweet friend. Thy love ne'er alter till thy sweet light.
Amen. Amen to that fair prayer, say I. But end life when I end loyalty. Here is my bed. Sleep give thee all his rest.
With half that wish, the wisher I rest.
I mean that my
found I none on whose eyes I might approve this flower's force and stirring louvre. Night and silence, who is here? Ah! Weeds of Athens he doth wear. Oh, this is he, my master said, despised the Athenian maid. And hear the maiden's sleeping sound on that dank and dirty ground. Ooh. Pretty soul, she durst not lie near this lack love, this kill courtesy. Oh. Churl, upon thy eyes I throw all the power this charm doth owe. When thou wakes, let love forbid sleep his seat on thy eyelid. So awake when I am gone. For I must now to Oberon. Stay, though thou kill me, sweet Demetrius.
I charge thee hence, and do not haunt me thus.
Oh, wilt thou, darkling, leave me? Do not so.
Stay. Ow. On thy peril. I alone will go.
Oh, I'm out of breath in this fond chase. The more my prayer, the lesser is my grace. Happy is Hermia, wheresoe'er she lies, for she hath blessed and attractive eyes. How came her eyes so bright, not with salt tears, if so? My eyes are oftener washed than hers. No, I'm as ugly as a bear. For beasts that meet me run away for fear. Therefore no marvel, though Demetrius do as a monster fly my presence thus. What wicked and dissembling glass of mine made me compare with Hermia's fiery eye? Ah! But who is here? Lysander, on the ground, dead or asleep? I see no blood, no wound. Lysander, if you live, good sir, awake.
And run through fire I will for thy sweet sake. Transparent Helena, nature shows art that through thy bosom makes me see thy heart. Where is Demetrius? How fit a word is that vile name to perish on my sword?
Do not say so, Lysander. Say not so. What, though he love your Hermia? Lord, what though yet Hermia still loves you? Then be content.
Content with Hermia? No! I do repent the tedious minutes I with her have spent. Not Hermia, but Helena I love. I will not change a raven for a dove. The will of man is by his reason swayed, and reason says you are the worthier made. Things growing are not ripe until their season. So I, being young till now, ripe not to reason, but touching now the point of human skill, reason becomes the marshal to my will, and leads me to your eyes, where I o'erlook love's stories written in love's richest book.
Wherefore was I to this keen mockery born? When at your hands did I deserve this scorn? Is it not enough, young man, that I did never, no, nor never can deserve a sweet look from Demetrius' eye, but you must flout my insufficiency. Good troth, you do me wrong. Good sooth, you do. In such disdainful manner me to woo. But fare you well. Perforce I must confess, I thought you lord of more true gentleness. Oh, that a lady of one man refused should of another therefore be abused.
She sees not Hermia. Hermia. Sleep thou there, and never mayest thou come, Lysander dear, for as a surfeit of the sweetest things the deepest loathing to the stomach brings, or as the heresies that men do leave are hated most of those they did deceive, so thou, my surfeit and my heresy, of all be hated but the most of me, and all my powers address your love and might to honor Helen and to be her knight.
Help me, Lysander! Help me! Do thy best to pluck this crawling serpent from my breast! Ay, me, for pity, what a dream was here! Methought a serpent at my heart away, and you sat smiling at his cruel prey, Lysander! What removed? Lysander! Lord! What, out of hearing? Gone. No sound, no word. Alack, where are you? Speak! And if you hear, speak of all loves! I swoon almost with fear. No. Then I well perceive you are not nigh. Either death or you I'll find immediately.
What hempen homespuns are we swaggering here, so near the cradle of the fairy queen?
Are we all met? Huh? Are we all met?
Ah, and here's a marvelous convenient place for our rehearsal. This green plot shall be our stage, this hawthorn brake our tiring house, and we will do it in action as we shall do it before the Duke.
Peter Quince?
What sayest thou, Bully Bottom?
There are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please.
Huh?
Well, first, Pyramus must draw a sword to kill himself. which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
By our lake in a parlous fear.
I believe we must leave the killing out when all is done.
Not a whit. I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue, and let the prologue seem to say that we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed, and for the more better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver.
Well,
This will put them out of fear.
we shall have such a prologue, and it shall be written in 8 and 6.
No, make it 2 more. Make it in 8 and 8.
Will not the ladies be afeard of the lion?
No, I fear it, I promise you.
Oh, masters, you ought to consider with yourselves to bring in, God shield us. A lion among ladies is a most dreadful thing, for there's not a more fearful wildfowl than your lion living. We ought to look to it.
Therefore, another prologue must tell he is not a lion.
Nay, you must name his name. And half his face must be seen through the lion's neck, and let him speak through, saying thus, or to the same effect. Ladies, or fair ladies, I would wish you, or I would request you, or I would entreat you, not to tremble, not to fear my life for yours. If you think I come hither as a lion, 'twere a pity of my life. No, no, I am no such thing. I am a man, as other men are. And they'll let him plainly name his name and tell him he is Snug the Joiner.
Well, it shall be so. But there is 2 hard things. Oh, that is, we must have moonlight in the chamber. For as you know, Pyramus and Thisbe did meet by moonlight.
Oh, doth the moon shine that night we play our play?
A calendar! Calendar, look in the almanac! Find out moonshine, find out moonshine.
Yes, it doth shine that night.
Why then, we may leave a casement of the great chamber window where we play open, and the moon may shine in at the casement.
Aye, or else one must come in with a bush of thorns and a lantern and say that he is to disfigure or to present the person of moonshine. But there's one other thing. Well, we must have a wall in the great chamber. For the story says Pyramus and Thisbe did talk through the chink of a wall.
Well, you can never bring in a wall. What say you, Bottom?
Some man or other must present wall, and let him have some plaster or some loam or some rough cast about him to signify wall, and let him hold his fingers thus, and through that cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper, Thisbe, Pyramus, Thisbe,
Now, if that may be, then all is well. Come, sit down, every mother's son, and rehearse your parts. Now, Pyramus, you begin. When you have spoken your speech, you enter into that break. And so, everyone, according to his cue.
What a play toward! I'll be an auditor. And after 2, perhaps, if I see cause.
Speak, Pyramus. Thisbe, stand forth.
These be the flowers of odious savors sweet.
Odious. Odorous. Odorous.
Odorous savors sweet. So hath thy breath, my dearest Thisbe dear. But hark, a voice. Stay thou but here a while, and by I will to thee appear.
Stranger Pyramus and our play here.
Must I speak now? Aye, marry, must you. For you must understand, he goes but to see a voice that he heard, and he is to come again.
Pyramus, Thisbe, most radiant Pyramus, most lily white of hue, of color like the red rose on triumphant briar, most brisky, juvenile, and most lovely Jew, as true as yours, that it will never tire.
Ninus too, man. No, you are not to say that yet. That you answer to Pyramus. You speak all your part at once, cues it all. Pyramus, enter. Your cue is past. It is never tire.
Oh, true as horse that yet would never tire.
If I were, fair Thisbe, I were only thine.
No. Oh, monstrous. Oh, strange, we are haunted. Pray, masters! Fly, masters!
I'll follow you. I'll lead you about around. Through ball, through bush, straight through briar. A hog ahead to spare a fire, and neigh, and bark, and grunt, and roar and burn, like horse, hound, hog, bear, fire, at every turn.
Bottom, thou art changed. What do I see on thee?
What do you see? You see an ass head of your own, do you?
Oh, bless thee, Bottom, bless thee. Thou art translated.
I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me. To fright me if they could. But I will not stir from this spot, do what they can. I shall walk up and down here, and I shall sing that they shall hear I'm not afraid. The woozle cock so black of you, with orange tawny bill. The throat so wit, his note so true. The run with little quill.
What angel wakes me from my flowery bed?
The finch, the sparrow, and the lark, the plain song cuckoo gray, whose noteful man your man doth mark, and dares not answer nay.
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamored of thy note. So is mine eye enthralled to thy shape, and thy fair virtue's force perforce doth move me on the first view to say, to swear, I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, you should have little reason for that. And yet, to speak truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays. That's the more the pity that some honest neighbors will not make them friends. Nay, I can gleek upon occasion.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Not so, neither. But if I had enough wit to get out of this wood, I have enough to serve my own turn.
Out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here, whether thou wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common rate. The summer still doth tend upon my state, and I do love thee. Therefore go with me. I'll give thee fairies to attend on thee, and they shall fetch thee jewels from the deep, and sing while thou on pressed flowers dost sleep. And I shall purge thy mortal grossness so that thou shalt like an airy spirit go. Peas blossom, cobweb, moth, and mustard seed.
Where shall we go?
Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his walks and gambol in his eyes. Feed him with apricots and dewberries, with purple grapes, green figs, and mulberries. The honeybags steal from the humble bees, and for night tapers crop their waxen thighs, and light them at the fiery glowworm's eyes, to have my love to bed, and to arise, and to pluck the wings from painted butterflies, to fan the moonbeams from his sleeping eyes. Nod to him, elves, and do him courtesies.
Hail, mortal!
I cry your worship's mercy heartily. I beseech your worship's name.
Cobweb.
Well, I shall desire of you more acquaintance, good Mistress Cobweb. If I cut my finger, I will make bold with you. Your name, honest gentleman?
Peas blossom.
Command me to Mistress Squash, your mother, and to Master Peascod, your father. Good Master Peas Blossom, I shall desire you of more acquaintance too. Oh, your name, good sir?
Mustard seed.
Good Master Mustard Seed, I know your patience well. That same giant-like ox beef hath devoured many a gentleman of your house. I promise you, your kindred hath made mine eyes water ere now. I shall desire you of more acquaintance, good Master Mustard Seed.
Come, wait upon him. Lead him to my bower. The moon, methinks, looks with a watery eye, and when she weeps, weeps every little flower, lamenting some enforced chastity. Tie up my lover's tongue, bring him silently.
I wonder if Titania be awaked. Then what it was that next came in her eye, which she must dote on in extremity. Here comes my messenger. How now? mad spirit. What night rule now about this haunted grove?
My mistress, with a monster, is in love. Near to her close and consecrated bower, while she was in her dull and sleeping hour, a crew of patches, rude mechanicals that work for bread upon Athenian stalls, were met together to rehearse a play intended for great Theseus' nuptial day. The shallowest, thick skin of that barren sort, who Pyramus presented in their sport, forsook his scene and entered in a break. When I did him at this advantage take, an ass's knoll I fixed it on his head. And in that moment, so it came to pass, Titania waked, and straightway loved an ass.
This falls out better than I could devise. But hast thou latched the Athenian's eyes with the love juice as I did bid thee do?
I took him sleeping, that is finished too. And the Athenian woman by his side, that when he waked, for she must be eyed.
Stand close. Here comes the same Athenian.
This is the woman, but not this the man.
Oh, why rebuke you him that loves you so? Lay breath so bitter on your bitter foe.
Now I but chide, but I should use thee worse. For thou, I fear, hast given me cause to curse. If thou hast slain Lysander in his sleep, being all shoes in blood, plunge in the deep and kill me too. The sun was not so true unto the day as he to me. Would he have stolen away from sleeping Hermia? I'll believe as soon the whole earth may be bored, and the moon may through the center creep, and so displease her brother's noontide with the antipodes. It cannot be, but thou hast murdered him. So should a murderer look, so dead, so grim.
So should the murdered look, and so should I, pierced through the heart with your stern cruelty. Yet you, the murderer, look as bright, as clear, as yonder Venus in her glimmering sphere.
What is this to my Lysander? Where is he? Good Demetrius, wilt thou give him me?
I'd rather give his carcass to my hounds.
Out, dog! Oh! Out, cur! Thou drivest me past the bounds of maiden's patience. Hast thou slain him then? Henceforth be never numbered among men. Oh, once tell true. Tell true, even for my sake. Durst thou have looked upon him being awake? Hast thou killed him, sleeping? Oh, brave touch! Could not a worm, an adder do so much? An adder did it!
Ow!
For with doubler tongue than thine, thou serpent, never adder stung.
You spend your passion on a misprized mood. I am not guilty of Lysander's blood. Nor is he dead, for aught that I can tell.
I pray thee then, tell me that he is well.
And if I could, what should I get therefore?
A privilege, never to see me more. And from thy hated present part I so, see me no more, whether he be dead or no.
There is no following her in this fierce vein. Here, therefore, for a while I will remain. So sorrow's heaviness doth heavier grow, for debt, that bankrout sleep, that sorrow owe, which now in some slight measure it will pay, if for his tender here I make some stay.
What hast thou done? Oh. hast mistaken quite, and laid the love juice on some true love's sight. Of thy misprision must perforce ensue some true love turned, and not a false turned true.
Then fate o'errules that one man holding troth, a million fail, confounding oath, honor!
About the wood go swifter than the wind, and Helena of Athens, look, thou find all fancies 6 years and pale of cheer, with sighs of love that costs the fresh blood dear. By some illusion see thou bring her here. I'll charm his eyes against she do appear.
I go, look how I go, swifter than an arrow from the Tartar's bow.
Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archery, sink in apple of his eye. When his love he doth espy, let her shine as gloriously as the Venus of the sky. When thou wake, if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Captain of our ferry band, Helena is here at hand, and the youth mistook by me, pleading for a lover's fee. Oh, shall we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be.
Stand aside. The noise they make will cause Demetrius to awake.
Ooh, then we'll two at once woo one. That must needs be sport alone, and those things do best please me that befall preposterously.
Why should you think that I should woo? How these things may join you, bear imagination of them true. Hold stop thy hand. Oh, let me kiss this princess of pure white, this seal of bliss.
Oh, spite! Oh, hell! I see you all are bent to set against me for your merriment. If you were civil and knew courtesy, you would not do me thus much injury. Can you not hate me, as I know you do, but you must join in souls to mock me too? If you were men, as men you are in show, you would not use a gentle lady so to vow and swear and super praise my parts when I am sure you hate me with your heart.
Oh.
You both are rivals in love, Hermia, and are both rivals to mock Helena, a trim exploit, a manly enterprise to conjure tears up in a poor maid's eyes with your derision. None of noble sort would so offend a virgin, and extort a poor soul's patience, all to make you sport.
You are unkind, Demetrius. Be not so, for you love Hermia, that you know I know. And here, with all goodwill, with all my heart, of Hermia's love I yield you up my part. And yours of Helena to me bequeath, whom I do love, and will do to my death.
Never did mockers waste more idle breath.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia, I will none. If e'er I loved her, all that love is gone. My heart to her, but as guest-wise sojourned, and now to Helen is at home returned, there to remain.
Helen, it is not so.
Disparage not the faith thou dost not know, lest to thy peril thou abide it dear. Look where thy love comes. Yonder is thy dear.
No, thou art not. By mine eye Lysander found. Mine ear, I thank it, brought me to thy sound. Oh, but why unkindly didst thou leave me so?
Oh, why should he stay whom love doth press to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love that would not let him bide. Fair Helena, who more gilds the night than all yon fiery O's and eyes of light. Why seekst thou me? Could not this make thee know the hate I bear thee made me leave thee so?
You speak not as you think. It cannot be.
No, she is one of this confederacy. Now I perceive they have conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid, have you conspired? Have you with these contrived to bait me with this foul derision? Is all the counsel that we two have shared, the sisters' vows, the hours that we have spent when we have chid the hasty-footed time for parting us, oh, is all forgot? All school days' friendship, childhood, innocence. We, Hermia, like two artificial gods, have with our needles created both one flower, both on one sampler, sitting on one cushion, both warbling of one song, both in one key, as if our hands, our sides, voices, and minds had been incorporate. So we grew together, like to a double cherry, seeming parted, but yet in union in partition, two lovely berries molded on one stem, so with two seeming bodies, but one heart, two of the first like coats in heraldry, due but to one, and crowned with one crest. And will you rent our ancient love asunder, to join with men in scorning your poor friend? It is not friendly. 'Tis not maidenly. Our sex, as well as I, may chide you for it, though I alone do feel the injury.
I am amazed at your passionate words. I scorn you not. It seems that you scorn me.
Have you not set Lysander's in scorn to follow me, and praise my eyes and face, and made your other love, Demetrius, who even but now did spurn me with his foot, to call me nymph, goddess, divine and rare, precious, celestial. Wherefore speaks he this to her he hates? And wherefore does Lysander deny your love, so rich within his soul, and tend to me forsooth affection, but by your setting on, by your consent? What, though I be not so in grace as you, so hung upon with love, so fortunate, but miserable most, to love unloved? This you should pity rather than despair.
I understand not what you mean by this.
I do. Persever. Counterfeit sad looks make mouths upon me when I turn my back, wink each at other, hold the sweet jest up. This sport well carried shall be chronicled. If you have any pity, grace, or manners, you would not make me such an argument. But fare you well. 'Tis partly my own fault, which death or absence soon shall remedy.
Stay, gentle Helena. Hear my excuse, my love, my life, my soul, fair Helena.
Sweet, do not scorn her so.
She cannot entreat. I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she entreats. Thy threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Helen, I love thee. By my life I do. I swear by that which I will lose me to prove him false that says I love thee not.
I swear. I love thee more than he can do.
If you say so, withdraw and prove it too.
Quick, come.
Lysander, we're too tense all this.
Away, you Ethiop.
No. You'll seem to break loose. Take on as you would follow, but yet come not. You're a tame man. Go.
Hang off, thou cat. Thou burr, vile thing, let loose, or I will shake thee from me like a serpent.
Why are you grown so rude? What changes this sweet love?
Oh, thy love. Out, tawny tartar, out. Out, loathed medicine, hated potion, hence.
Do you not jest?
Oh.
Yes, sooth, and so do you.
Demetrius, I will keep my word with thee.
I would I had your bond, for I perceive a weak bond holds you. I'll not trust your word.
What, shall I hurt her? Shall I strike her? Shall I kill her dead? Although I hate her, I'll not harm her so.
What? Can you do me greater harm than hate? Hate me. Wherefore? What means my love? Am not I Hermia? Are not you Lysander? I am as fair now as I was erewhile. Since night you loved me. Yet since night you left me. Why then you left me? Oh, the gods forbid. In earnest, shall I say?
Aye, by my life, and never to desire to see thee more. Therefore be out of hope, of question, of doubt. be certain, nothing truer than I do hate thee. And love, Helena.
I me, you juggler, you canker blossom, you thief of love, what, have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from him?
Fine, Faith. Have you no modesty? No maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness, what? Will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie, fie, you counterfeit, you puppet, you.
Puppet? Why so? Aye, that way goes the game. Now I perceive that she hath made compare between our statures. She hath urged her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, her height, forsooth, she hath prevailed with him. And are you grown so high in his esteem, because I am so dwarfish and so low? How low am I, thou painted maypole? Speak, how low am I? I'm not yet so low, but that my nails can reach unto thine eye.
I pray you, though you mock me, gentlemen, let her not hurt me. I was never cursed. I have no gift at all in shrewishness. I'm a right maid for my cowardice. Let her not strike me. You perhaps may think because she's something lower than myself, and I can match her. Hermia, do not be so bitter with me. I evermore did love you, Hermia, did ever keep your counsels, never wronged you, save that in love unto Demetrius, I told him of your stealth unto this wood. He followed you for love. I followed him, but he hath chid me, hence and threatened me to spurn me, strike me, nay, to kill me too. So now, you will let me quiet go to Athens. Will I bear my folly back and follow you no further? Let me go. You see how simple and how fond I am.
Get thee gone! What is it that hinders you?
A foolish heart that I leave here behind.
What? With Lysander?
With Demetrius.
Be not afraid, she shall not harm thee, Helena.
No, sir, she shall not, though you take her part.
Oh, when she's angry, she's keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when she went to school. Though she be but little, she's fierce.
Little again! Nothing but low and little. Why will you suffer her to flout me thus? Let me come to her!
Get you gone, you dwarf! You minimus of hindering not grass maid, you bead, you acorn.
You are too officious in her behalf that scorns your services. Let her alone. Speak not of Helena. Take not her part. For if thou dost intend never so little show of love to her, thou shalt abide.
Now she holds me not. Now follow if thou darest, to try who's right. Of thine or mine is most in Helena.
Follow! Nay, I'll go with thee cheek by jowl.
You, mistress, all this coil is long of you. Nay, go not back.
I will not trust you. I no longer stay in your cursed company. Your hands than mine are quicker for a fray. My legs are longer, though, to run away.
Oh, I am amazed. I know not what to say.
This is thy negligence. Still thou mistakest, or else committest thy knaveries willfully.
Oh, believe me, King of Shadows, I mistook. Did not you tell me I should know the man by the Athenian garments he had on? Ha! And so far blameless proves my enterprise, that I have anointed an Athenian's eyes. And so far am I glad it did so sort. Is this their jangling I esteem a sport?
Thou seest these lovers seek a place to fight. High, therefore, Robin, overcast the night. The starry welkin cover thou anon with drooping fog, as black as Acheron, and lead these testy rivals so astray, as one come not within another's way. Like to Lysander, sometime frame thy tongue, then stir Demetrius up with bitter wrong, and sometime rail thou like Demetrius, and from each other look thou lead them thus, till o'er their brows death, counterfeiting sleep, with leaden legs and batty wings doth creep, then crush this herb into Lysander's eye, whose liquor hath this virtuous property, to take from thence all error with his might, and make his eyeballs roll with wonted sight.
Up and down, up and down, I will lead them up and down. I am feared in field and town. Goblin, lead them up and down.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius?
Lysander?
Speak thou now.
Here, villain, drawn and ready, where art thou?
I will be with thee straight.
Follow me then to plainer ground.
Lysander! Speak again, thou runaway. Thou coward, art thou fled? Speak. It's a bush. Where dost thou hide thy head?
Thou coward, art thou running to the stars? Like the bushes that thou look toward the child, I'll whip thee with a rod. He's the fire of the sword.
Yea, art thou there?
Follow my voice. Oh, try that.
He goes before me and so dares me on. Till I come where he calls, that he is God.
Ho! 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 Coward, what so not?
Abide me if thou darest. But will I want thou whence the fool shifting every place and darest not stand or look me in the face. Where art thou now?
Come hither! I am here.
Nay, then thou mockst me. Thou shalt buy this dear, if never I thy face by daylight see. Now go thy way.
The villain is much lighter heeled than I. I followed fast, but faster did he fly. But fallen am I in dark, uneven way, and here will rest me. Come, thou gentle day, for if but once thou show me thy gray light, I'll find Demetrius and revenge this fight.
Faintness constraineth me to measure out my length on this cold bed. By day's approach, look to be visited.
A weary night, a long and tedious night. Abate thy hours, shine comforts from the rest and sleep that sometimes shuts up sorrow's eyes. Steal me a while from mine own company.
Yet but three, come one more. Two of both kind make up for all. Here she comes, cursed and sad. Cupid is a knavish lad, thus to make poor females mad.
Never so weary, never so in woe, bedabbled with the dew, torn with briars. I can no further crawl, no further go. Here will I rest me to the break of day. Heavens, shield Lysander if they mean a fray.
On the ground, sleep sound. I'll apply to your eye, gentle lover, remedy. When thou wakest, thou takest true delight in the sight of thy former lady's eye, and the country proverb known that every man should take his own. In your waking shall be shown. Jack shall have Jill, naught shall go ill. The man shall have his Marigan, and all shall be well.
When they next wake, all this derision will seem a dream and fruitless vision. And back to Athens shall the lovers wend with league whose date till death shall never end. Whiles I in this affair did thee employ, I've to my queen to beg her Indian boy. And now I will her charmed eye release, from monsters' view, and all things shall be peace.
My fairy lord, this must be done with haste, for night's swift dragons cut the clouds full fast, and yonder shines Aurora's harbinger, at whose approach ghosts, wandering here and there, troop home to churchyards. Damned spirits all, that in crossways and floods have burial, already to their wormy beds are gone, for fear lest they should look their shames upon. They willfully themselves exiled from light, and must for aye consort with black-browed night.
But we are spirits of another sort. I, with the morning's love, have oft made sport, and like a forester, the groves may tread even till the eastern gate, all fiery red, opening on Neptune with fair blessed beams, turns into yellow gold. His salt green streams. But notwithstanding haste, make no delay. We may effect this business yet a day.
Sit thee down upon this flowery bed, while I thy amiable cheeks do coy, and stick musk roses in thy sleek smooth head, and kiss thy fair large ears, my gentle joy.
Where's Peas Blossom?
Ready.
Scratch my head, Peas Blossom. Where's Monsieur Cobweb?
Ready.
Monsieur Cobweb, good Monsieur, get you your weapons in your hand and kill me a red-hipped humblebee on the top of a thistle. And good Monsieur, bring me the honey bag. Do not fret yourself too much in the action, good Monsieur. And good Monsieur, have a care that the honey bag break not, for I would be loath to have you overflowing with a honey bag, Senor. Where's Monsieur Mustard Seed?
Ready.
Give me your knife, Monsieur. I pray you leave off your courtesy.
What's your will?
Nothing but to help Cavalier Peas Blossom to scratch. I must to the barber's, for methinks I'm marvelous hairy about the face. And I am such a tender ass, if a hair do but tickle me, I must scratch.
Oh, say, sweet love, what thou desirest to eat.
Truly a peck of provender. I could munch your good dry oats. Methinks I have a great desire for a bottle of hay. Good hay, sweet hay, hath no fellow.
I have a venturous fairy that shall seek the squirrel's hoard and fetch thee new nuts.
I'd rather have a handful or two of dried peas. I pray you, let none of your people disturb me. I have an exposition of sleep come upon me.
Fairies, be gone and be always away. Sleep thou, sleep thou, and I will wind thee in my arms. So doth the woodbine, the sweet honeysuckle, gently, gently entwist. The female ivy so enringed, the barky fingers of the elm. Oh, how I love thee! How I dote on thee!
Welcome, good Robin. Seest thou this sweet sight? Her dotage now I do begin to pity. And now I have the boy, I will undo this hateful imperfection of her eyes. And gentle Puck, take this transformed scalp from off the head of this Athenian swain, that he, awakening when the others do, may all to Athens back again repair, and think no more of this night's accidents, but as the fierce vexation of a dream. But first, I will release the fairy queen. Be as thou wast wont to be. See as thou wast wont to see. Dian's bud o'er Cupid's flower hath such force and blessed power. Now, my Titania, wake you, my sweet queen.
My Oberon, what visions have I seen? Methought I was enamored of an ass.
There lies your love.
How came these things to pass? Oh, how mine eyes do loathe this visage now.
Silence a while. Puck, take off this head.
Oh.
Titania, music call, and strike more dead than common sleep of all these five, the sense.
Music. Oh, music, such as charmeth sleep.
Now when thou wakest, with thine own fool's eyes peep.
Sound. Music. Come, my queen, take hands with me and rock the ground whereon these sleepers be. Now thou and I are new in amity, and will tomorrow midnight solemnly dance in Duke Theseus' house triumphantly, and bless it to all fair prosperity. There shall the pairs of faithful lovers be, wedded with Theseus all in jollity.
Very lord, attend and mark, I do hear the morning lark.
And my queen, in silence sad, trip we after night's shade. We the globe can compass soon, swifter than the wandering moon.
Come, my lord, and in our flight glorious night that I, sleeping here, was found with these mortals on the ground.
Go one of you and find out the forester. For now our observation is performed. And since we have the wayward of the day, my love shall hear the music of my hounds. Uncouple in the western valley, let them go. Dispatch, I say, and find the forester. We will, fair queen, up to the mountain's top, and mark the musical confusion of hounds and echo in conjunction.
My lord,
So, what nymphs are these?
This is my daughter here, asleep. And this Lysander, this Demetrius is, and this Helena. Old Nida's Helena. I wonder of their being here together.
No doubt they rose up early to observe the rite of May. But speak, Aegeus, is not this the day that Hermia should give answer of her choice?
It is, my lord.
Go bid the huntsmen wake them with their horns. Good morrow, friends. St. Valentine is past. Begin these wood birds but to couple now.
Pardon, my lord.
I pray you all stand up. I know you two are rival enemies. How comes this gentle concord in the world, that hatred is so far from jealousy, to sleep by hate and fear no enmity?
My lord, I shall reply amazedly. Half sleep, half waking, but as yet I swear I cannot truly say how I came here. But as I think, for truly would I speak, and now I do bethink me, so it is. I came with Hermia hither. Our intent was to be gone from Athens, where we might, without the peril of the Athenian laws.
Enough, enough! My lord, you have enough. I beg the law upon his head. They would have stolen away. They would. Demetrius, thereby to have defeated you and me, you of your wife and me of my consent. Of my consent that she should be your wife.
My lord, fair Helen told me of their stealth, of this their purpose hither to this wood, and I, in fury, hither followed them, fair Helena in fancy following me. But my good lord, I wot not by what power, but by some power it is. My love to Hermia melted as the snow, and all the faith, the virtue of my heart, the object, and the pleasure of mine eye is only Helena. To her, my lord, was I betrothed ere I saw Hermia. But like a sickness did I loathe this food. But as in health, come to my natural taste. Now I do wish it, love it, long for it, and will forevermore be true to it.
Fair lovers, you are fortunately met. Of this discourse we more will hear anon. Aegeus, I will overbear your will, for in the temple by and by with us, these couples shall eternally be knit. And for the morning now is something worn. Our purposed hunting shall be set aside. Away with us to Athens, 3 and 3. We'll hold a feast in great solemnity. Come, Hippolyta.
These things seem small and undistinguishable, like far-off mountains turned into clouds.
Methinks I see these things with parted eye, when everything seems double.
So methinks, and I have found Demetrius like a jewel, mine own, and not mine own.
Are you sure that we are awake? Seems to me that yet we sleep, we dream. Do not you think the Duke was here and bid us follow him?
Yea, and my father.
And Hippolyta.
And he did bid us follow to the temple.
Why, then we are awake. Let's follow him. And by the way, let's recount our dreams.
When my cue comes, call me and I will answer. Next is most Aramis. Hey, Peter Quince. Flute the bellows, mender, snout the tinker. Starveling! God's my life. Stolen hence and left me asleep.
I have had a most rare vision. I have had a dream.
Past the wit of man to say what dream it was. Methought I was... There's no man can say what. Methought I was... And methought I had... Oh. But man is but a patched fool if he will offer to say what methought I had. The eye of man hath not heard, the ear of man hath not seen, man's hand is not able to taste, his tongue to conceive, nor his heart to report what my dream was. I will have Peter Quince write a ballet of this dream, and it shall be called Bottom's Dream. For it hath no bottom, and I shall sing it at the latter end of the play before the Duke. Oh, peradventure, to make it more gracious, I shall sing it at her death. La 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 la. Hey, la 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 la. Have you sent to Bottom's house? Has he come home yet?
He cannot be heard of. Out of doubt, he is transported. If he come not, then the play is marred. It goes not forward, doth it?
It is not possible. You have not a man in all Athens able to discharge Pyramus but he.
No, he had simply the best wit of any handicraft man in Athens.
Yea, and the best person, too. And he is a very paramour for a sweet voice.
Oh, no. No, no, no. You must say paragon. For a paramour is, God bless us, a thing of naught.
Masters! Masters, the Duke is coming from the temple, and there is 2 or 3 lords and ladies more married.
If our sport had gone forward, we had been made men.
Oh, sweet bully Bottom. Thus hath he lost 6 pence a day during his life. He could not have escaped 6 pence a day.
Where are these lads? Where are these hearts?
Bottom?
Oh, most courageous day, almost heaven! Oh, masters, I am to discourse wonders. But ask me not what, for if I tell you I'm not true Athenian, I will tell you everything. Right as it fell out.
Oh, let us hear, sweet Bottom.
I was... Not a word out of me. Now, all I will tell you is that the Duke hath dined. Get your apparel together, good strings to your beards, new ribbons to your pumps, every man look o'er his part, for the long and the short is our play is preferred. In any case, let Thisbe have clean linen, and let not him that plays the lion pare his nails, for they shall hang out as the lion's claws.
Ladies.
Oh, and good masters, eat no onion nor garlic, for we are to utter sweet breath, and I have no doubt but to hear them say it is a most sweet comedy. No more words. Away. Go! Away!
Joy, gentle friends, joy and fresh days of love accompany your hearts.
More than to us wait in your royal walks, your board, your bed.
Come now, what masks, What dances shall we have to wear away this long age of 3 hours between our after supper and bedtime? Where is our usual manager of mirth? What revels are at hand? Is there no play to ease the anguish of a torturing hour? Call Philostrate!
Here, mighty Theseus.
Say, what abridgment have you for this evening? What masks? What music? How shall we beguile the lazy time, if not with some delight?
There is a brief how many sports are ripe. Make choice of which your highness will see first.
The battle with the centaurs. The battle with the centaurs, to be sung by an Athenian eunuch to the harp. Well, none of that. The riot of the tipsy bacchanals tearing the Thracian singer in their rage. Now, that is an old device. It was played when I from Thebes last came a conqueror. The thrice 3 muses mourning for the death of learning, late deceased in beggary. Now that is some satire, keen and critical, not sorting with a nuptial ceremony. A tedious, brief scene of young Pyramus and his love Thisbe, very tragical mirth. Merry and tragical, tedious and brief. That is hot ice and wondrous, strange snow. How shall we find the concord in this discord?
A play there is, my lord, some 10 words long, which is as brief as I have known a play, but by 10 words, my lord, it is too long, which makes it tedious. For in all the play there is not one word apt, one player fitted and tragical, my noble lord. It is, for Pyramus therein doth kill himself, which, when I saw rehearsed, I must confess, made mine eyes water. But more merry tears the passion of loud laughter never shed.
What are they that do play it?
Hard-handed men that work in Athens here, which never labored in their minds till now, and now have toiled their unbreathed memories with this same play against your nuptial.
And we will hear it.
No, no, my noble lord, it is not for you. I have heard it over, and it is nothing in the world, unless one can take sport in their intense, extremely stretched, and conned with cruel pain to do your service.
I will hear that play. But never anything can be amiss when simpleness and duty tender it. Go bring them in.
I love not to see wretchedness o'ercharged, and duty in his service perishing.
Why, gentle sweet, you shall see no such thing.
He says they can do nothing in this kind.
The kind are we to give them thanks for nothing. Our sport shall be to take what they mistake, and what poor duty cannot do, noble respect takes it in might, not merit.
So please your grace, the prologue is addressed.
Let him approach.
If we offend, it is with our goodwill. That you should think we come not to offend, but with goodwill. To show our simple skill, that is the true beginning of our end. Consider then, we come but in despite. We do not come, as minding to content you, our true intent is. All for your delight, we are not here. We are here. That you should here repent you, the actors are at hand, and by their show you shall know all that you are like to know.
This fellow doth not stand upon
A
points.
good moral, my lord. It is not enough to speak, but to speak true.
His speech is like a tangled chain, nothing impaired, but all disordered. Who is next?
Gentles, perchance you wonder at this show. But wonder on till truth make all things plain. This man is Pyramus, if you would know. This beauteous lady, Thisbe, is certain. This man with lime and rough cast doth present wall, that vile wall which did these lovers sunder, and through whose chink, poor souls, they were content to whisper, at the which let no man wonder. This man, with lantern, dog, and bush of thorn, presenteth moonshine. Or if you will knew, by moonshine did these lovers think no scorn to meet at Ninus' tomb, there to woo. This grisly beast, which lion hight by name. You ladies, you! The trusty Thisbe, coming first by night, did scare away, or rather did affright. And as she fled, her mantle she did fall, which lion vile with bloody mouth did stain. Anon comes Pyramus, sweet youth and tall, and finds his trusty Thisbe's mantle slain, whereat with bloody, blameful blade, he bravely broached his boiling bloody breast. Thisbe, tarrying in mulberry shade, his dagger drew and died. For all the rest, let lion, moonshine, wall, and lovers twain at large discourse, while here they do remain.
I wonder if the lion be to speak.
No wonder, my lord. One lion may when many asses do.
In this same interlude it doth befall that I, one Snout by name, present a wall. And such a wall as I would have you think that had in it a crannied hole or chink, through which the lovers Pyramus and Thisbe did whisper often very secretly. This loam, this rough cast, and this stone doth show that I, one Snout by name, present a wall. And such a wall as I would have you think that had in it a crannied hole or chink, through which the lovers Pyramus and Thisbe did whisper often very secretly. This loam, this rough cast, and this stone doth show that I, one Snout by name, present a wall. And such a wall as I would have you think that had in it a crannied hole or chink, through which the lovers...
Looked night! Oh, night with you so black! Oh, night, whichever art, when day is not! Oh, night! Oh, night! Alack, alack, alack! I fear my Thisbe's promise is forgot, and thou, oh, wall, oh, sweet, oh, lovely wall, that stands between her father's ground and mine. Thou wall, oh, sweet, oh, lovely wall, show me thy chink to blink through with mine eye. Show me thy chink. Thanks, courteous wall. Jove shield thee well for this. But what see I? No Thisbe do I see. Oh, wicked wall, through whom I see no bliss. Cursed be thy stone for thus deceiving me.
The wall, methinks, being sensible, should curse again.
No, in truth, sir, he should not. Deceiving me is Thisbe's cue. She is to enter now, and I am to spy her through the chink. You shall see it'll fall out pat as I told you. Look, yonder she comes.
Some woman kissed my soul! My soul's with here in life! You don't believe?
I see a voice! Now will I to the chink to spy, and I can hear my Thisby's face. Thisby!
Ah! My love! I love my thing!
Think what thou wilt, I am thy lover's grace, and like Lymander am I trusty still.
And I like Helen till the fates me kill!
That Shepherus to Procris was so true.
And Shepherus to Procris I to heal!
Oh, kiss me through the hole of this vile wall.
I kiss the wounds whole, not your lips at all!
Wilt thou, at Ninny's tomb, meet me straight away?
Tide light, tide dip, I come without delay!
Thus have I, one Snout by name, presented a wall. And such a wall as I... And being done thus wall, away doth go.
This is the silliest stuff that ever I heard.
The best in this kind are but shadows, and the worst no worse, if imagination amend them.
It must be your imagination then, not theirs.
If we imagine no worse of them than they of themselves, they may pass for excellent men. Here come two noble beasts, and a moon and a lion.
You, ladies, you, whose gentle hearts do fear the smallest monstrous mouse that creeps on floor, may now perchance both quake and tremble here, when lion, rough with wildest rage, doth roar. Then know that I as snug the joiner am. Then know that I as snug the joiner am. Know that I as snug the joiner am, no lion fell, no else, no lion's dam. For if I should as lion come in strife into this place, to pity of my life.
A very gentle beast, and of a good conscience.
The very best of the beasts, my lord, that e'er I saw.
This lantern does your horned moon present. This lantern doth a horned moon present. Myself, the man in the moon, do seem to be. All I have to say is to tell you that this lantern is the moon. I, the man in the moon. This thorn bush is my thorn bush. And this dog is my dog.
This is old Ninny's tomb. Where is my love?
Well roared, lion.
What's this be?
Well shown, moon. Truly moon shines with good grace.
Well moused, lion.
And then came Pyramus.
And so the lion vanished.
Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright. For by thy gracious golden glittering gleams, I trust to take of truest Thisby's sight. But stay, O spite, but mark, poor knight, what dreadful dole is here? I do you see, how can it be, O dainty duck, O dear? Thy mantle good, what stained with blood, approach ye joys fell. O fates, come, cut thread and thrum, quail, crush, conclude, and go well.
Wherefore nature didst the lion spray? Oh, wherefore nature didst the lion spray?
wherefore nature didst thou lion spring? Since lion vile hath here deflowered my dear, which is, no, which was the fairest dame that lived, that loved, that liked, that looked with cheer. Come tears confound, outsoared, and wound the Papp of Pyramus. Aye, that left Papp where the heart doth hop. Thus die I. Thus. Now am I dead, now am I fled, my soul is in the sky. Tongue, lose thy light, moon, take thy flight. Now, die.
Sleep, my love. What, dead, my dove? Oh, Pyramus, arise! A tomb must cover thy sweet eyes. These lily lips, this cherry nose, these yellow cowslip cheeks are gone. Lovers make moans, his eyes were as green as leeks. Sisters three, come to me with hands as pale as milk. Lay him and since you have shone with tears his thread of silk. John, not a word, come trusty sword, come blade, my breast imbrue. And farewell, friends, thus give me and adieu.
Will it please you to see the epilogue? Or to hear a Bergamask dance between our company?
No epilogue, I pray you. For your play needs no excuse. Never excuse, for when the players are all dead, there need none to be blamed. Marry, if he that writ it had played Pyramus and hanged himself in Thisby's garter, it would have been a fine tragedy. And so it is, truly. And very notably discharged. But come, your Bergamask, let your epilogue alone. The iron tongue of midnight hath told 12 lovers to bed. 'Tis almost fairy time. I fear we shall outsleep the coming morn as much as we this night have overwatched. This palpable, gross play hath well beguiled the heavy gate of night. Sweet friends, to bed. A fortnight hold we this solemnity in nightly revels and new jollity.
Now the hungry lion roars, and the wolf behowls the moon, whilst the heavy plowman snores, all with weary task fordone. Now the wasted brands do glow, whilst the screech owl, screeching loud, puts the wretch that lies in woe in remembrance of a shroud. Now it is the time of night that the graves all gaping wide, everyone lets forth its sprite in the churchway paths to glide, and we fairies that do run by the triple Hecate's team from the presence of the sun, following darkness like a dream. Now our frolic, not a mouse shall disturb this hallowed house. I am sent with broom before to sweep the dust behind the door.
Through this house give glimmering light by the dead and drowsy fire. Every elf and fairy sprite hop as light as bird from briar.
Hand in hand with fairy grace, we shall sing and bless this place.
Until the break of day, through this house each fairy stray. To the best bride bed will we, which by us shall blessed be, and the issue there create ever shall be fortunate. So shall all the couples three ever true in loving be. And the blots of nature's hand shall not in their issue stand, never mole, hair, lip, nor scar, nor mark prodigious such as are despised in nativity shall upon their children be. With this field due consecrate, every fairy take his gate, and each several chamber bless through this palace with sweet peace, and the owner of it blessed ever shall in safety rest. Trip away. Make no stay. Meet me all by break of day.
If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here, while these visions did appear, and this weak and idle theme, no more yielding but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend. And as I am an honest Puck, if we have unearned luck now to scape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long, else the Puck a liar call. So, good night unto you all. Give me your hands, if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.